You're about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places, but most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there.
Here we go, Holiday Blend. It's back. Limited edition. Molasses, ginger, cinnamon clove. And I venture to say it is piping hot. You can see the steam coming off of it. Like a turd in the snow. Hi everybody, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Linda.
And we just stopped off at this Wawa down there in Yorktown, Virginia. And I gotta say I'm excited because this holiday spice coffee is back. Linda does not exactly agree. She said she really doesn't like anything holiday related.
No, I did not say that. I said I don't like the cinnamon and nutmeg kind of flavor and pumpkin spice. It's okay. It's not something I hate, but you know, I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it. I'd rather have something like French vanilla.
Oh yeah, French vanilla.
Yeah, or even hazelnut.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
Yes.
But we are heading down to Portsmouth, Virginia. And Linda would probably be better equipped to talk a little bit about what we might be getting ourselves into here tonight.
So, this gentleman had emailed us quite a while ago, but because we stay so busy in October with ghost walks and whatnot, we haven't had a chance to get out to him. But he said that since he moved in about 5 years ago to this little small house, there's been a lot of activity here and there. It doesn't happen by any means all the time. But, you know, little things like hearing footsteps and, you know, kind of sounds like really your typical haunting. I don't know that he's ever really seen any shadow figures per se, but he did say at one time that he thought he had seen some of these like a black orb floating around. And I think he was talking about like with the naked eye. He saw those. So we've heard of those before. Can't say we know for sure what they are, of course. But black orbs are definitely kind of an interesting idea, you know.
Right. And, you know, I think any orbs are interesting, not just the black ones. Another thing, when it comes to orbs, we don't discriminate. If someone's got orbs in their house, we'll go check them out, right?
Right. But, yeah. But we do want to make sure that, you know, they're not just artifacts of digital photography. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people who claim to have orbs, like, all over the place, and then you look at their pictures and it's just digital photography.
Yeah. Now, I may know, but, you know, for the folks at home, because not all of them know, perhaps they don't, maybe they do, what is it that determines if an orb is an artifact of photography, or if it is something of the other realm?
So a lot of people are going to, in the paranormal field, are going to get pissed off by me saying this, but about 90-95% of orbs that you see are artifacts of digital photography.
Yeah, piss those paranormal people off.
Yes, and it has to do with the proximity of the flash to the lens. Now, over the past couple of decades, of course, everything is, as far as cameras have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, which is why on the older cameras, say back in the 70s, you didn't really get any orbs on anything. There were no orbs in things like Polaroid pictures. But now, because the lens is so close to the flash, on these little teeny cameras, or in the case of a phone, they're still kind of very close to each other. It's that proximity that causes a reflection off of dust motes or water particles or bugs in the atmosphere. And, even they're usually much closer to the lens than they look in the picture. But that's pretty much what it comes from, is just that reflection from the flash.
But by looking at a picture, is it possible to tell if the orb is paranormal or if it's not?
You can. You can never have an orb appear that is an artifact of digital photography where it is partially obscured by something in the photograph. Let's say you take a picture of your living room, and in that living room you have a sofa, and you have this orb that looks like it's partially hidden behind the sofa. You have to look very close, because sometimes orbs are faint and it only looks like they're half obscured behind the sofa, when it's actually just overlapping the sofa and you can't really see that second half.
And those are the cases that I've seen where it's looks like it's peeking out from a doorway.
Yes.
But it's because it's darker in the doorway than it is outside, and the wall might be white.
Yes.
And the orb is a very faint orb, so you can just see this faint orb, like it looks like it's peeking out from the doorway.
Right.
But it's really going all around.
But if your sofa's black, let's say, or a dark shade, and you see this orb there and it's really partially obscured, then you've got a spirit. And one of the most interesting orbs I think I've ever seen was one that I took a photograph of in my old house, and it was half in a mirror, in the surface of a mirror, and half out of it. It was like where you saw it on this side of the mirror, you could see the orb, but on what should have been showing like as a reflection, there was no reflection there. The orb showed no reflection. So it was really strange. It was really an odd picture.
Is it typical that an orb will show reflection?
I mean, you would think that there would be something there. You know what I mean? Like,
in the
it
mirror?
was just stopped. Like, it was like somebody took a knife and sliced the orb and just threw away the other part of it and stuck it on the surface of a mirror. But that mirror was hanging on an exterior wall of the house, which oftentimes, according to like Asian spirituality, causes that mirror to become a portal. So that makes sense.
Oh yeah, a little folklore.
Yeah, that might have been how they were kind of coming in and out of my house. It's by that, and it was right next to the front door. So
yeah, or maybe they were just using the front door and it looked like they were using the mirror.
Right.
Yeah,
but also those really faint orbs, a lot of times the ones that are dust motes or water particles will have what looks like a nucleus in the center of them. But I have seen orbs that look like they're glowing. They have a little glow to them.
Yeah, what's the deal with those?
The ones that are glowing, it's theorized that they are actually a real spirit orb, that it's not actually a water particle. And it kind of makes sense, because the reflection itself off of a water particle or a piece of dust in the air, is enough. But then on top of it, you got this thing that looks like it's on fire or glowing. It's just odd. So some people say that those are actually, and a lot of people say that colored orbs. That's not always the truth. You can have, I think, colored orbs depending on the lighting and everything. But black ones are interesting, because I don't think you can have a black orb in digital photography. Unless it's a spirit.
Yeah, that's interesting, because it is usually the light reflecting off of something from the camera.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. So excited to going down here and kind of checking this out. Now, this investigation that we're going on here, this may be my last one for an undetermined amount of time. Unfortunately, my probation won't allow me to go any further than Portsmouth. So I'm going to have to be sitting a lot of these investigations out in the future here.
Tell him the truth.
I'm not on probation.
Of course not.
Anyway, but yeah, I'll have to be sitting some of these out. So Linda's going to be going out. You'll see her doing this gas grub and ghost stuff, and a couple of other people, maybe some new faces here and there. I don't know. But yeah, tonight We're venturing off into the darkness.
Well, see, occasionally I can stay home with your dad, and you can go.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So you might still see him again.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But it might not be for a while. So here we go, venturing off into the darkness. For perhaps the last time for a while.
Yep. You know what you're going to get as far as EMF levels?
I took RE, after I cleared the house with my pistol, I took an EMF meter back to the
Went
bedroom
through.
and just
Yeah, to see what.
0.01.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I'm not sitting here with EMF radiating into my head, giving me
Right.
hallucinations.
Thank God, yes.
When we're using it, we can hear that kick on, but normally just look at it wrapped so tight. The only time it fires off
Yeah.
is when someone's taking a shower or we're doing laundry.
Oh, okay.
There is a panel box back in Steven's
Oh.
room. There's someone behind me, I've gotta go. And
Yeah. Walk a little faster.
I take 3 or 4 extra steps.
Yeah.
I feel stupid. I'm 48 years old, 49 years old.
Right. But
I'm not afraid of the dark, but why do I suddenly feel like I have to move faster?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But the freakiest for me was the feeling I had when I saw that. I knew there was someone in my house.
And you couldn't see any like detail to the face.
Features, but I could definitely see head, shoulders, down to here. And if it had been coming from the side of me, okay, someone's standing next to me in the bed.
Right, right.
With the shoulders going this way, would have been laying over top of me in the bed.
That's right.
That's what
It's weird.
freaked me out the most.
Yeah.
I mean, the balls of stuff moving through. I kept telling myself, it's just floaters in my eyes. I'm getting older. It's floaters in your eyes. You know, it goes behind the thing, and it's floaters in your eyes. Just don't pay attention to it. It'll go away.
It'll go away. Yeah.
It was weird. I had it sitting here, and it popped up to 5 for a second. And then I started recording it, and the highest it's gone up to is 1.
So just like a little stray.
I just, yeah.
Well, it's not an electric couch. I can see.
And right there, it's like steady, like very low.
Closest plug I do have is behind you on that wall.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, this is not coming from that.
Like
Yeah.
cartoon motion lines.
Yeah.
Which, again, I'm thinking, okay, it's something in my eyes, it's something in my hair.
Right. Right. Strange.
I don't feel anything, I don't sense anything. I don't consider myself to be a sensitive.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've had that happen all my life. I go into a dark basement or
Yes.
go outside to the woodshed and get something. And
Yeah.
I turn around holding something and suddenly I need to walk faster.
Like it's
But
almost like
that's-
when you turn your back is when you feel it the most.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm 8, 9, 10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I have a vivid imagination.
Right. So
Got the REM pod place here, and it'll be the dining room area. Because Linda saw a black toddler.
no, a white toddler. It was white.
Oh, it was white?
Yes. It was
A white toddler come running out across here.
I don't know that it was actually a toddler. It was just about the height of a toddler and about the size. And it wasn't like just a solid white misty shape or something. It was like there was some sort of detail to it, and I can't really describe it exactly, but it was quick enough to where I couldn't really tell what it was. It came out from behind him and just disappeared all of a sudden. So I couldn't tell for sure that it was actually a toddler, but I was just likening that to the size. So
You do have some high EMF there because of the router.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah.
All right.
It's crazy. It just jumped up to 12 point something. It was back down in an instant. So
That's pretty significant.
it is.
Okay. Let's ask away.
All
I'm
right.
Jeff.
I'm Linda.
And of course, you know, the homeowners that are here. If there's anyone here with us, would you tell us your name? sounded like it said "help me" in there, but it could have been part of a song, you know?
That's what I heard too. I heard that. Goodbye. It's kind of hard for us to be able to understand you if you talk through there. So can you try saying it again? Ray.
I don't know what that was. That was a weird sound on it. Like an echo or something.
Can you try saying one of our names?
Can you tell us if that was a kid that Linda saw running across the dining room here?
Did
I just hear that?
Yeah, did he say F that kid?
F that kid or fuck him?
Yeah.
It was sounding to me like an F, fuck him.
Yeah.
I wondered if they're talking to you.
You can't say that on the radio.
No, you definitely can't.
Do you not like that kid?
Did you hear it say pussy?
Uh-uh.
I heard it
I
again.
heard that. Are you talking about the kid? Do you not like the kid? Are you talking about Jeff?
Did you hear
What
that?
did it say?
That was it whispered it, right? Didn't it whisper the F word again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in a whisper, but it was a little
Yeah.
drawn out.
I wondered if there was something
Yeah.
you heard that came before it.
No, I didn't hear
Okay.
that. There was a whisper again. That's it.
Yeah, that's more cussing than I've ever heard these things do. I mean, I've been cussed at with these things before, but oh my god.
Yeah, me too, but usually it's not by the spirit box. Do you want me to go outside?
What was that?
I couldn't tell if it said out here or volunteer.
Or weird?
If there is a kid here, what's the kid's name?
Do you mind if that kid sleeps in your room tonight?
Yes.
Heard that. Yeah.
What is it about that kid?
Do you know who that kid is, or you just don't like him?
Why would you not like a kid? I mean, they can be a pain in the ass, but you know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe it's like his wife's kid, and he doesn't like his wife's kid.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's like, maybe we're talking to a kid
Is
that
it
doesn't
a
like
bad
the kid.
Could be.
How old is the kid?
Sound like it's 7. Yeah. Are you a child? Are you 7 as well? You know, little kids shouldn't say bad words.
That's not a little kid.
You don't think so?
I just heard yeah.
Yes.
I just heard bitch.
Oh, yeah, there we go. You got potty mouth, huh?
Got the funny mouth. Say jerk.
Might have.
There goes the F word.
I heard the F-bomb again in the background there, though.
What's wrong with the kid? Evil.
You heard it say evil?
Did you hurt that kid?
Why is the kid evil?
Yeah, so this is an Etch-a-Sketch. Like, you can make designs on it and stuff. It works.
By turning the knob.
Yeah, it is. So you just turn those and
Here all the way at
there we
the
are.
edge.
And make some lines.
Y'all haven't seen that?
That was the first time I've seen that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's always looking for something to, and we're,
Never crossed my mind.
We also have that red light over there. If you go near that red light, it'll light up and make some noises. Could use that to talk to us.
can you go really close to that red light? Right up against it.
Won't hurt you. Why?
Alright, got the REM pod here. Quick scan.
Let's see.
Now this is just a closet that used to be a door to the garage,
Okay.
but then they walled it up.
Walled it off.
I'm actually happy with that because that's a huge closet. So.
I know, I was like, yeah, pretty deep there.
Got a big spike right here. For a second. I believe it went up to 4, but it was really quick.
Now the panel box is on the other side of that wall in Steven's room.
Okay.
Oh,
So
maybe
that might
that's-
have been
yeah.
proximity to that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not getting a whole lot here. It's about 1. It's the highest. But it was right over
Right over the bed.
here. Just real quick. 4, which is high. Because like a refrigerator will typically leave off about 3.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
thi-
it's pretty
now
high
this
for
this
that.
is this is the side I sleep on, and this is where the shape. I would
Right over the
about here is where the height would have been.
Oh,
And like I said, it startled me so
So
bad.
bad.
did it?
I swept my arm up to bang it against the table over here.
Yeah. Oh.
Do it
I can
again.
do it again. Said.
Alright, yeah, if you could do that again. So it went up to 7 around that corner. Unfortunately, I stopped recording for a second, of course. Well, if it is something moving around here, let's see if we can find you.
Did he say where are you, Steven? That's what it sounded like. Where are you,
Who's Steven?
That's the roommate.
Should you go back? It sounded like I said Steven again. Someone's calling Steven. Let's see. Where are you?
Do you follow Steven? Try in the bathroom. Okay.
Come on, give me that spike again here.
Open all the doors.
Can you try telling
In
us
the
you-
closet? Oh, not in the closet. I don't know, that was so weird. Just those 2 quick spikes and 7 is really significant.
Yeah.
Whoa, that didn't sound too cool.
No, it didn't.
I just heard I hate you.
Yeah, it was like sounded like an old woman or something that said it. What's your name?
Did someone just say they hate me?
Are you handing that to me?
Recorder.
Oh, okay.
Is there someone in this room that you don't like?
Yeah.
Is there someone in this room that you're drawn to? Do you know the guy that was cursing at us out in the living room? Oh,
I thought I heard that.
Is that the N-word I just heard?
I'm pretty sure it was, but I
Wanted to make sure.
don't want to be the one to suggest it.
Exactly what
Is
it
that are you talking about the person in the living room that was cussing at us? Say another curse there.
I don't know.
What about the little kid? Oh, that sounded like a little kid's voice in the background there, didn't it? Saying daddy.
Discipline?
I did hear discipline.
Do you know who hurt the little kid?
Bitch? Master.
Back in slave days, they wouldn't know those cuss words, would they?
There was no bitch.
Yeah, but
Being a female.
the F word,
The F word,
I don't know that they
I
use
don't
that.
know. I don't, that's a very good question. You know what? Let
Yeah.
me Google that.
I mean, they used it on Django.
That
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
Yes, because Hollywood is so accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have known the word, but use it the way we use it today. I don't
That's
think
what I'm
so.
wondering. Maybe,
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Maybe they. No.
No, they were more proper.
Yeah.
Right.
Language was more proper
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, like look at Shakespeare. He could insult somebody without,
Without
like
cussing.
for 2 pages without
Yeah.
cussing one.
Yeah.
But when he insulted you for 2 pages, you knew you were.
You're being
Yeah,
insulted.
yeah, you felt it.
Yeah, they felt it in their soul.
Whoa! Oh, there's a spray thing in here.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
I was like, what the hell just happened?
It scared me at night when I get up to take a pee, and it.
Yeah.
What the? I've gotten to the point I'm used to it now, except when it hits me in the face.
Right.
Would it catch you in the back of the head or something?
No, I just heard it.
Oh.
Makes a noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so we're on the road, heading back. It wasn't a very long investigation. We spent a couple hours there. But it was interesting the amount of stuff that seemed to come through the spirit box.
Yes.
It seemed very, at first, confrontational.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah, and Linda thought, you had a thought about that, didn't you?
I did. I mean, when you were talking, when you first started talking, really, I mean, it was dropping the F-bomb like right and left. It was saying all kinds of things that, and it kind of made me think that it was cussing at you especially after when I started talking, it said bitch. And so that kind of made me think that maybe it didn't like us.
Yeah.
And then at a later date or later time, it actually said go away, and then away. So I think it just was pissed off at us and didn't want us there.
Yeah, and that was through the phone app, the Paratech.
When it said go away.
Was that Paratech?
No, it's a different phone app, and I forget what it's called.
Different phone app.
A generic one,
but I don't put any stock in those phone apps. I really don't.
But they do have some interesting things. Sometimes.
There's some interesting things to look at. Yeah. So to me, it's before, I can officially say that I don't put any stock in this app, or we got to try it time and time again.
Right.
And just see, because one thing you got to understand with these things is people they'll put things in there that'll either be really dark, like sacrilege or unholy
yes.
or death, but at the same time they'll put things in there that are so vague,
right,
that they could be an answer to a lot of different questions.
Yes.
And they'll also often put names in there, of course, because they know when people are using those things, they're going to be asking, what is your name?
Yeah. But one thing I did find interesting was that when you said, do you have any friends? The response through that app was Adam, yes. And I don't mean that it said Adam on the app and then Adam went away and yes came up. It was actually in the same window that it said that. And that's a really odd thing for that app, because it's managed to spit out 2 words at once on the same little screen, same little readout thing. And I don't think I've ever seen it do that. Like, if it does spit out 2 words at once, they're 2 words that go together anyways, like when it said go away.
Go away, yeah.
But not Adam, yes. That was kind of strange, I thought. And we have had indicators that perhaps these apps work when there's a spirit around trying to communicate through them. But when there's not, it's going to spit out more of those random, perhaps even, scary words.
Right.
So, because we have had quite a bit of luck with some of these apps, and it does give a very direct response to some of our questions sometimes. So much so that it seems a little too much for coincidence, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
I can see that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're worth a try.
Yeah, worth a try.
Worth a try.
And the spirit box, pretty cool. We didn't try it with the headphones like I like to do. That would have been interesting to try it with the headphones and see if we were still hearing that same stuff coming through.
Yes.
But I noticed it was crazy because we got in there and we sat down. I didn't see any of this stuff. But Linda saw the lady was sitting there talking to her, and Linda saw something black swoop down behind her head, the size of a softball, and then disappear.
Yes.
Then after, Linda saw this little white toddler.
Well, it was, the size of a toddler. It was a white form, or a white shape, that was the size of a toddler.
Now, did this shape have any kind of definition to it?
A little bit. I mean, the definition was, it was almost like it would be a person with a veil over their head. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of definition to the shape of the neck where the head comes in and cuts in for the neck.
But it looked like a figure, like an outline of a person?
Kind of, yes. But it wasn't one solid shade of kind of light color or white. There were also almost looked like little threads of white that were moving through it, almost like it would be like the edges of somebody's clothing would be illuminated a little bit more than the rest of it was. It was almost something like that. It was strange looking, but it happened like that. And then it stepped out from behind the guy while I was talking to him, and then faded and left and was gone. So I didn't get a really good look at what this thing was, but it was certainly strange. But it was one of those houses where you feel like you see stuff again and again.
Yeah. So Linda's seeing this stuff. And that's why I started making these references to this kid. And it seemed like we were getting some reaction to that when I talked about the kid.
Yeah.
Linda thought it was maybe reacting to me. But then again, in the bedroom, I noticed like the bulk of the reactions seemed to be when I mentioned this kid.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's something about this kid at this house that spirit there does not like this kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not anything on the REM pod.
Nope, not a single thing.
No.
Yeah, but the client did say that he had used a REM pod in there before, and it had lit up and made some noise a couple of times, but that was about it. So, I don't know.
But we are heading down the road here, and somewhere along the way, we're going to stop one last time.
Yep.
All right, so we decided to come back to Wawa because late at night, this is the place where you can really get some food. They have like a made-to-order thing now, like Sheetz does. I think I mentioned that. And Wawa has amazing pizza. For those of you that don't know, I'm a connoisseur of pizza. And I expected it to come out tasting like something that was frozen and just heated up. But no, it's like legit pizza that they have here. So once again, the touchscreen brings about some tough decisions.
I think I went chicken sandwich.
Yeah, that thing looks on point.
Yes, it does.
So these are the burger selections here. And this, again, a tough choice. Like,
Yeah, this one's new though.
oh, we got to try the new one for sure. It looks like it's got bacon on it too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, one more time. Yeah, look at that thing.
Apple with smoked bacon.
Ooh. So in time for the holiday season, got some hers. Chocolate flavored pretzels. And these things are really, really good. Definitely recommend.
So here it is, the regular old chicken sandwich. It's got a piece of chicken, a bunch of pickles on there. It's got some mayo.
Oh man, what
That's
does
about
Chick-fil-A have on that? I can see the steam coming off of it.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
And the chicken's actually quite flavorful. It's
Good chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, I got this burger here. Kind of pop it open and take a look at it. Yeah, we got the bacon. I think there was some kind of relish on there.
That's a big ass burger.
It's a big burger. And from my experience, these burgers here are pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bite of this and we'll see. Mmm.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good burger. So one thing I can say about these Wawa burgers, if you picture like the smell that comes off of Burger King, these burgers taste like that. Like they're very good. I'm sure they're just a frozen puck that they take out and throw on a grill.
Probably.
But
But they do have a lot of flavor, don't they?
They're great. Yeah, they're really good burgers. And I don't want to be the one to say this. You know, I'm a big fan of Sheetz. But when it comes down to the actual patty of the burger,
Yeah.
Wawa's got them beat. Hands down, they got them
Wow.
beat. Now, be on the lookout. I didn't see it tonight. I was looking. I examined that Pepsi cooler, not just for Crystal Pepsi, but there is this is a rumor, but I hear tell that there's an apple pie flavored Pepsi that's going to be on the shelves soon, if it's not already.
I don't know about that.
And me being a fan of Pepsi, I'm definitely going to want to be trying that for sure.
That sounds weird.
It does.
Sounds strange, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely
Might be really
something
good.
worth trying.
Yeah, might be good.
Yeah. But I want to thank everybody for joining us for this edition of Gas, Grub, and Ghosts.
Yep.
Until next time, remember, there's much more to see in the dark.